Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Live for Love TV.
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today is the first day of the 6th month of the 24th year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. Well, I was just looking at some of these sisters in Hollywood, or sisters in general, but sisters in Hollywood as well. And Vivica A.Fox has come up. Now she's in the news again, saying that at 60 years old, she's in my generation, that she's ready to settle down, and she's looking for a man who she can go shopping with and all this. And I'm not going to be cruel, because I'm going to speak as I want, as I feel. I'm not going to just be cruel to her by showing her current picture and then putting up her before and after, so the before and her current after picture. I'm not going to, that would be too cruel for me to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I know other people are doing it, but I refuse to do that. But I will say that looking at this lady, this woman, and knowing her history and knowing how high she's been in Hollywood, how many people she's come across, how many people she's met, how many opportunities she's had with men, for her to be in the situation she's in now is beyond desperate. It's beyond desperate. How she can be possibly needing a man at her age, or a husband, or whatever she said, someone she wants to settle down with, a partner, life. How could she possibly want at 60? What was going on at 20 and 25 and 30 and 35? It's not for me to spread rumors. The rumors are out there. I mean, there's rumors that she's blown more trumpets than Satchmo. That's Louis Armstrong. I ain't got no actual proof of that, even though we have seen her on her knees at least once in the past. But anyway, to go on to say that this lady is, I mean, she's beyond, at the moment, completely and utterly delusional. If you listen to her, even the little things she says, she wants someone who can handle, handle her, her not being intimidated by her lifestyle or by who she is. I've just take one look at her. As I said, I'm not going to put it up. You go out there and look at her, this 60-year-old woman. I don't care if she's got $500 million US. She could not sit on a park bench next to me. And I'm a nobody. I am absolutely nobody. But if she was sitting on a park bench next to me, I'd get up and move just in case people think we were together. This woman is delusional beyond all measure. And what we can see, we know that finances, money, makes all of us delusional. You see it with the young guys, scammers. You see it with people making money, quick money, and all that, win the lottery, whatever, and they start behaving like there's somebody they're not, and then all of a sudden they get brought down to their knees. We know how delusional money can make people. We've seen it on and on and on again. We see it with, let's say, all these old boxers that we see, with all these beauty queens that they're walking around with, all these nice women they get married to when they're young. Money starts to go down, woman's gone. Athlete, money starts to go down, woman's gone. Musician, money starts to go down, woman's gone. So we've seen it. We know what it is. We're old enough and we're long enough in the tooth to know what it's all about. But when you hear people talking about the delusional state of certain people, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that, to me, it's unbelievable that this woman could come on TV and say she's looking for someone to settle down. Of course, I mean, that doesn't mean she can't get anybody. But she actually still thinks she thinks she's high. She thinks she's attractive still, and two, she thinks her money at 60-year-old is going to get anybody of any significance whatsoever. I mean, you can go on Skid Row down in LA. I don't know where she lives. I'm sure if you picked up a guy down there, he'll come with you. Of course, you can get somebody. But what quality? I mean, she's speaking as if she's still on the shelf at the level that maybe she was at 24 or 25. And if she at 24 and 25 couldn't get who she desired, because just because she was knocking boots with someone doesn't mean she was getting who she desired, what chance does she have at 60 years old? I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Honestly, I don't understand it. And there's so much going on with people, especially, in the, as I said before, the Hollywood and and I'd like to say black Hollywood especially, because I don't know what white Hollywood was prior to my birth, but since I've been, black Hollywood is really at my come of age since I've been around. I remember when I was young, there was only a few black people that could even talk about they were in Hollywood. There was only a few. So since black Hollywood is in my time, it's come through the time that I've come through, I don't know what's happened to these people. I was watching a video of Beyonce, on, she was, I don't know, she was, you know, miking up and singing and had her usual clad on stuff on, and she was singing. And I'm looking at this woman and I'm thinking to myself, what type of man, and I'm being honest, I don't care, I'll say it to any man, what type of man would let his woman parade like this? Even if you were looking at food and looking at money, what type of man would allow this? And the fact that you've already got the money, both of you, both the husband and the wife, and she's still parading like that. I mean, my God, I don't, when it comes to a husband, I'm not even going to mention his name, because to me, that isn't a man that I recognize. I don't recognize that as a man. Yeah? I'm expecting him to dress his woman from head to toe in a dashiki or maybe like a Muslim attire. But my God, when you look at this woman at her age and the fact that she's married to somebody, she's actually married to a man. How much money could you put into someone's pocket, and you got your wife up there behaving like that? And I mean, to say, I don't believe you could care for her. I don't believe any man could care for a woman and put her up there like that. Prove me wrong. Come in the comments and explain to me what type of a man. I'm not talking about M-A-L-E, because a male is a male, a man is a man. Yeah, a male just means the species. A man is somebody who has something else about him. He's not just a male. He has to understand what it takes to be a man. I was born a male, I wasn't born a man. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, I want someone to come into the comments and explain to me the things I don't understand. What type of man says to himself, I mean, I know pimps, I know the pimps, that's how they roll, isn't it? They sell their women and then make the big money and they're flossing and they feel good about it. I'm not saying her husband's not a pimp, because maybe he is, I don't know. Maybe that's really his true character and he can go with that. But I don't know what type of other man, any normal man, could see his woman, his wife, his other half, as they say, parade around like this on a stage looking like the way she looks and be comfortable with himself as a man. You'd have to explain to me what type. I've never met, and I know a lot of men, I've never met a man like that. Never. And if I met him, he certainly wouldn't have the courage to come and talk to me. Because why would he come up and say to me? I'd look at him and say, this is not a man. This can't never be a man. This is the kind of thing that we have in our culture, and we rise it to the top like it's the best in our culture. It's the best of us. It's beyond an embarrassment, the things that we do constantly. It's beyond embarrassment. I don't even want to call it embarrassment. It's beyond it. It goes way, way beyond it. And this is the people that we're supposed to look up to. These are the stars. Look at those people. They're stars. We're supposed to scream when they come down the street. We're supposed to scream and run away. Yeah, that's what when you see people like that, you should scream and run for the hills, as they say. That's the only screaming you'll be doing. You hear me doing if any of these people come around. Those people are unbelievable. I can't. Like I said, I know what money can do. We know money has its good and its bad, and we know how delusion it makes so many people. They don't seem to know who they are, because nobody around them can actually stand up to them and say to them, "Brethren, that's your woman. That's your wife. What's she doing out there? You got 100 million. She's got 300 million. She's got 400 million. What the hell is she doing out dressed up like that? She's got. It's like you're putting her in she's in a nappy. Isn't that a nappy? What's that? Diapers you got her in? A grown woman? And you're talking about she's a performer? My God, this is, as I say, that's amazing. I sort of veered off from the Vivica A.Fox, because Vivica A.Fox, and she represents so many people that I've seen. When it comes to men, when they've got money in their young days and they lose that money, it's very rare that you'll see the woman that they were with at that time when they were hitting the heights, and they're now not at the heights, still with them. They're usually divorced. That woman's normally moved on to whether it's greener pastures, got her money, she's out. His money ain't strong anymore. It's time for him. You'll get some women that will be with you and they'll stay with you even when your money's not tight, because that's a real woman. But most of them are not like that. They're just there for that. But most men are more visual. So I've always made the thing that if a man comes before me and shows me a before picture of a Vivica A.Fox, and I'm a judge, and he comes and shows me an after picture and says he wants a divorce, bang! Granted, no questions asked. Because if that's what you get after 30 years, and I don't care what anyone says, she's got enough money to look after herself. She don't have to look like a 25-year-old. None of us do. I don't look like I was 25, but she must be able to look after herself a little bit better than that. You're a millionaire, for God's sake. You're an actress. You come in front of people. You're about your looks. You're about who you are. You can take care of yourself better than that. I know women in the projects that look better than you at 60. I know women in downtown at 60 that look better than you. Unbelievable. And you're looking for someone. You're not looking for, I mean, you must be looking for a 35-year-old who ain't got no money and he wants some of your little money. I don't know how much money you have, but you got enough money to hold him up. You're not going to get anybody in your generation that's got some substance or that believes in themselves or have lived their life correctly. I mean, as I said, just like with the Beyonce, you'll be lucky, or well, just like I'm saying with you, with Vivica A.Fox, you'll be lucky if that person will even sit next to you on a park bench. Honestly, the embarrassment of some of these people. Anyway, that's just me going off today. Take care. Live for Love TV. See you soon.
Like, share, subscribe to Live for Love TV.